how many times over the years I've listened to people telling their story of how they overcame cancer and how the doctor sat them down with a glum look on his face or her face and disclosed to them or declared to them that they only had a few months to live and to prepare themselves and get their house and their affairs in order, only to have that person go away and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years later they're still living and oftentimes completely healed of the disease, whether it's cancer or whatever else. Now, I'm not dismissing doctors, I'm not dismissing the reality of sickness and disease. I understand it's a reality out there in life, but I think too often people succumb to the very convincing words of doctors, maybe well-meaning doctors, but deceived in the way they present their arguments to the patients. And again, I'm not a medical expert. I'm not proclaiming or professing to be. I'm simply saying that there are alternatives. And if nothing more, I would suggest that even if a person was sick, that oftentimes the doctors are far too quick to give that person up and to send them home to die. Fill them full of chemotherapy, fill them full of whatever other expensive drug is out there, making the governments and the medical companies, the big pharma companies, rich in the process. I'm not against all of that. There's a place for it. I'm balanced in my view and perception or perspective on those things, but I do believe the balance is so often misrepresented. And I do believe also that people can help themselves simply by doing things in the practical realm, like changing their diet, getting the rubbish out of their diet, doing some exercise, thinking longer term, not just succumbing to the negativity, the negative report of the doctor. And further to that, that's where you can believe God to come in when you've done your part. If you are suffering with some sort of a sickness or disease, I believe that when you have a right mental attitude, when you've done your bit in terms of looking after your physical body, eating the right food to the best that you're able to, I believe that that's where God can come in and do his part as well. And you can experience a supernatural miracle or supernatural healing or supernatural health in your body. So I hope that's encouraged somebody.